Hi, how's it going? My name is Fran. This channel is being created specifically to discuss personal finance, anything that has to do with money. If you're looking for anything like that, you've come to the right place. Now, it's because it's something that's always fascinated me. Personal finance, investing, and I've always tried to manage my finances in the best way that I can. And because I think I've actually succeeded at doing that, I just wanted to share my knowledge with you, create a channel where everything can be pretty simple, fun, to help you in your finances, to help you in your personal finance journey, to help you with investing. So today's term is going to be about passive income. Now, what is passive income? Passive income is any type of income that you can receive without doing much work or without doing any work at all. For example, if I work for a particular employer and I work 40 hours a week, so I have to go to that employer 40 hours a week, work there to be able to receive money, right? To get a paycheck, whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, however you get paid. Now, that's considered active income because I must go to that location, right? I have to drive there, commute there, or however, walk there, however you commute to work. And I have to spend at least 40 hours of at that employer to work, right? Now, that's considered active income because I actually have to actively work for that paycheck, right? Now, passive income is basically the opposite. You don't do much work or you don't do any work at all, and then you still get paid. But you're probably wondering, but how is that possible? Well, anyone who has succeeded at money, personal finance, anyone who's ever become rich, anyone who's considered wealthy, they are very reliant on passive income. They do not have to dedicate their time to make money. For example, if you or I have to go to a 9 to 5, we have a limited number of hours that we can work to get a limited amount of money. But if you are investing in assets, for example, if you invest in real estate or stocks or in the stock market in general, you can actually purchase assets that you will be receiving money from, right? So how's that possible? Let me give you an example. Let's say I buy one stock of, ExxonMobil, right? Which is a oil company. Now, if ExxonMobil the share price is say $60. I can buy one share of ExxonMobil and now I become a very tiny owner of ExxonMobil. And there's something that's called dividend. So ExxonMobil pays out dividends quarterly, meaning 4 times a year to anyone who owns shares of that company. So if I were to buy 2 shares of ExxonMobil, let's say $60 each, they would cost me $120, right? Now, ExxonMobil has to pay me what's called a dividend, right? Which is a small amount that you get paid simply for owning the share. Let's say the dividend is like 30 cents per share. If I can own enough ExxonMobil shares, I could potentially receive a significant amount of money in dividends, right? Now, I use that example to explain the dividend with individual stocks. Now, if you don't want to own individual stocks, which is a tiny share of a company, you can own an aggregate of stocks in something that's called an ETF or an exchange traded fund or index fund, right? And you can still own multiple shares of multiple companies and receive dividends that way. So all of these terms, if you do not understand them, like ETF, exchange traded funds, or index funds, I will be going over them in a video at a later time. But today we're gonna focus mainly on passive income. So the reason why passive income is important is because you are not reliant on actually working to receive that income. You can still receive the income irrespective of your ability to work, right? But of course, there's some kind of work that has to be put in at the very beginning. I can't just expect to receive passive income from ExxonMobil as a company if I never purchased any shares, right? And now, if I never owned any shares of that company, but how do I own shares? I have to physically go to work, work my 40 hours, get shares. But instead of spending a lot of my money on frivolous stuff, or instead of wasting my money, if I have any excess income after I've paid my monthly expenses, I can use that income to buy asset, which is basically asset that will be able to pay me income in the future. So I'm not just buying the asset, but I'm buying its ability to generate income for me. So it's very, very, very important, because if you can own enough assets to pay you passively, then you can essentially work, or you can essentially not work rather, and still be able to pay your bills, cover your living expenses, whether it's monthly or annually. So, and it's very important, because if once you own these assets can eventually be passed down to your children without selling them, and they would reap the same benefits that you've reaped from owning these assets, right? So today's term, once again, it's passive income. And if you have any questions, comments, just comment below, like and share this video if you thought it was informational to you. And the next topic, I just want you to be around and check it out. If you have any additional questions, as I said, just comment below. And I'll see you on the next video. Thank you. Bye.